Hi, everyone. I just wanted to come into this group and say hello and leave you with a few thoughts. I'm just off a few coaching sessions with my one-on-one clients. And the goal creation process came up during those coaching sessions. And I just wanted to leave you with some thoughts about why we need goals, why it is important. And also I want to come at this goal creation process and this manifest your 2022 outcome and what we're doing here in this group. I wanted to come at it from a different angle. So I wanted to share with you three important questions. So first, we're going to talk about a little bit why we need goals, but also in order in any effective goal creation process where we create a goal and achieve goal, we need to get clarity on three very simple questions, but they're very deep. So one is, who am I? So we start there. And the next is, where am I? And the third is, where am I going? And you can say, well, I heard that before, and that's easy. But we have these questions really woven into the fabric of our quantum leap coach system, the guide in the outcome planner, the way we think about change and structure, and the way we approach change and coaching in the quantum leap coach system, and in quantum leap your transformation into flow. So I want to talk around these questions and what we need to have in order to create goals effectively and also achieve them. So I know some of you are done with the planner, some of you have not started yet, some of you started but then have forgotten. So just why do we need goals? Just as direction. We need goals because we need direction. If you look around, if you look at people who don't have a spring in their steps, who are depressed or at least a bit down, they do not have goals, they don't have direction. So when you have a goal, when you have something to move towards, it helps you shift and sort through the day. It helps you make decisions what you're going to pay attention to and not. So goals moves you forward. And what's also important for us that we have built in our nature, we have the need for growth. So all of us, we want to be more, have more, do more, and give more. It is in every being, and you can see it in nature as well. Either you grow or you disintegrate, and we as humans will function the exact same way. So we also need to grow. So we need to, and that's the purpose of goals, really. It's not to get. Many people think that, oh yeah, I want to get things. But the real purpose of goals, and that's why we talk about, goals where that brings you have the desire. The purpose of those goals is to grow the person you need to become to achieve those goals, because then we work in harmony with the laws that we need to grow as people. So we also need our problems to grow, so we can bless our problems. But that's another topic. So let's not go there. So we need goals, especially since many people are paying so much attention to media, to what's going on, to what people are doing, to what people are not doing, to what governments are doing, to what other people are not doing, etc. We need to have to decide, okay, where is our focus going to be, and goals, directions that you decide, you choose for yourself. What is important for you? Where are you going? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to create? And that's important because we do create with our thoughts. We say, thoughts become things, and you become what you think about all day long. So we have all this saying, but we don't really take it seriously because we create our reality, either we are aware of it or not. So since we're always creating with our thoughts and emotion, we might as well be deliberate about it. But we need goals because it gives us focus. It gives us direction. We need goals because it allows us to measure the progress. How am I doing? And we need goals to feel motivated, or to have inspiration, to look forward to something, to having something, to being something. And goals also gives us clarity on decision making. When we have a goal, when we're moving towards something, it makes us easier to sort information and make decisions, because we are being bombarded with other people's opinions and needs and wants and requests and information all day long. So it can give you clarity to move ahead. So that's a little bit on why we need goals. And I said that as human beings, because we are a part of nature, we need to grow. It's built in us, the need for grow. If you don't grow, you die. And these are all expressions that many people have heard. We say it, but do we really take them seriously? And do we really understand why? And that leads us into the first question that we need to have first. Before we start setting goals, there's a million goal setting workshops and millions methods for setting goals, and people can teach you that. But what we need to know first is, who are you? And many people can't really, when they say, okay, who am I? And ask themselves, who am I? They don't really know the answer to that question. They will, I'm Marga, that's my name, but you're not your name, and you're not your occupation, and you're not your body. And that is important to connect with or to know before we move into the goal creation process, is to have the sense of, who am I? How, and many people, when they ask themselves the question, who am I? They don't have total clarity on that. And the truth is that we all are spiritual beings in a physical body. And we live in a universe where everything is energy, everything vibrates. So everything is energy. And that means that we also, our consciousness, we create with our thoughts, we create with our consciousness. And that's how we have these expressions that, thoughts become things, and you are the creator of your life, and you decide your destiny. All those things we easily say, but they are literal. We do, with our thoughts, with our emotions, because that's a vibration. So thoughts are emotions, feelings are emotions. And, so we have, those things are important to be aware of. And that's kind of woven into the fabrics of our quantum leap coach system. So yes, you are a spiritual being, and you are energy. And therefore, when we create goals, we work with manipulation of energy, but that's not very tangible. Yeah, okay, but how do we do that? That's why we have this very concrete setup, the phases in the quantum leap coach system, and we have the tools, because that's the tools to manipulate energy. But that's so fluffy. So it's, we need tangible things since we are in the physical body. So you need to know that before you create or start to create goals, you need to have some form of knowing or connectedness, or at least it's good to understand that you create with your thoughts, and especially if you have been following our program, you know that we have our conscious mind and our subconscious mind. And it is the habits, the belief, the assumptions and the programs in our subconscious mind that governs our body, the feeling, the vibration we are in, and also our actions. That's why we sometimes have the knowing doing gap, where we intellectually know something, but we don't do it because we only know it on a conscious level and not a subconscious level. So it's first when we have embedded into the subconscious level, then we are able to act on it. And our subconscious mind, some say it governs 96 to 98% of our behavior. So that's important to know, because if you decide you want a goal, you want to go for something on the on the conscious level on the mind, but in your subconscious mind, there's beliefs and expectations and rules, and let's just call it beliefs. In the matrix, in the higher, so Femke talks about, we have self-talk, we talk to ourselves, but also then we have lower level beliefs, we have higher level beliefs, and we have core beliefs. So that's the subconscious mind where things is outside awareness. And that's what runs the show. So because whatever's up here dictates our vibration, our emotion, and that dictates our action. And we live in an action-reaction universe. But what we send out, we will get back. So our core beliefs, whatever we have in the matrix, in our subconscious mind, is what determines the result. What's the quality of our relationship, what's going on with our health, our money, our clients, our conversations, all our relationship to time, etc. It all can be tracked back to the subconscious mind outside awareness. That's why we need to know not only that, yes, okay, so I am a spiritual person and I create with my thoughts and emotions. So that says something that, okay, so we need to use those tools, that creative powers, because our thoughts and our emotions and our communications, our words we use, the way of communicating, and our actions, they are creative tools. That's how we create. That's how we create our reality. And it's good to know the power of that, good or bad. So who am I? You are a spiritual being, you are a creator, and you create, you have the power to create. It is within all of us. We just have to tap into, okay, how do we do that? It's a process to it. It's not necessarily, you snap your fingers and it's done. And you get it and you are fully aware, because there's so much going on in the subconscious mind that we're not aware of. And that's why we have do so thorough work in the present state. That leads us to question number 2. Where am I? So where am I is important to know, because you need to know how you have created the current situation. So if you look at the results in your life, if you look at your relationship, you look at your relationship to time, you look at money, health, circumstances, events, people, things happening, that's the results. If you look at those and you find yourself that, no, that's not really not really the life or the situations or the people or the conversations or the circumstances I want, we need to figure out, okay, so how did they get there? How did you get there in the first place? And that's what we do in the present state, to figure out, so where am I, is to go into the different context in this present state where you look at your results and says, this is not what I want to create. I want to create something different. And so that's why Femke said, yes, we need a well-formed outcome, but first we need a well-formed problem. We need to know where we are. And what we mean by that is we need to know how specifically you create the current reality with the meanings, whatever you have in your matrix, the meanings, the expectations, the rules, the lack of permissions, whatever is going on here outside awareness on the subconscious level, because that sets up the vibration, the emotion, and that's what drives the action. So because sometimes you can see you have behaviors that really don't serve you. You either do something or you're not able to do something, or do something in a way that don't serve you, and you want to change that. And what drives that behavior is always our frames, it's always our meanings, our core beliefs. And that's often outside awareness. That's why we do the mapping and move up the layers, and we really get the trigger, what specifically is going on. So that's what we're doing when we are exploring the present state. is to make sure it is just like plotting on a GPS on your phone, like Google Maps. You need to know where you are, in order to get the route. So the present state is the where am I, where we find out, okay, what's the core, what's the main things we need to change that really gets the leverage, that really is transformational. Where can I get the most transformation? And how do you create your problem? And what needs to change? That's what we do when we are mapping out the structure of the beliefs in the present state. And once we know that and see, okay, how can we clear those things? Then we can open up for where are you going? And what's interesting is that where are you going? That's the desired state. And what we go for is always, we want transformation, truly transformation, not just go from where you are insecure to be secure, or to be in a limited frame where you define your desired state, but you want to open up for all possibilities. That you are limitless. We're back to who am I? That you are limitless because you are connected to an infinite source of supply, the infinite energy that runs through our consciousness and always to and through us. So we are infinite. And that's what we tap into when we plot into the GPS of where are you going. That's why we always want you to get to that limitless place when we define the desired state. Maybe we have to visit the desired state a few times before you can get there, but that's what we aim for. So let's see what else. Yes, now I remember. Okay, so where am I going? So that's the present state. And what we often do is, because we have not spent enough time on the 3 phases Femke talk about, like phase 1 is clearing the old, clearing the path, clearing those limiting beliefs, those universal fears, those cognitive distortions, the lack of permissions, those things, because we have not that cleared, they still create bugs in the system. So if it's there, it creates. So what we want to do is to create beliefs, meanings, expectations, rules, etc., that is in alignment with our goal. And so we need to have beliefs and habits that are in alignment with our goals. So that's why we need to work with the phase 1 first, to clear those things, clear the distortions, clear the limiting beliefs, clear the experience from the past. Because if we have plotted the course for a goal, we're going somewhere, because back to the question 1, who are you? You are a spiritual being in a physical body, you are energy. And in this universe, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. So we have to become our goal before we get it. We have to match it. We have to become. You're a human being, so we have to become our goal before we get it. We need to move into alignment with the goal. That's phase number 2 in our system. And in phase 2, we align. So we make sure that you are aligned with the goal, because, as I said, goals are not to get, goals are to grow, and the person you need to become. So when you have a goal, you need to look at, okay, so who do I need to become in order to take the actions that are necessary to achieve this goal? So we don't sit in the present state and you look into the future and say, okay, so how do I get there? You send your mind to the goal and you think from the goal and said, okay, who is this? Who am I as this person? and who do I need to become in order to take the actions that is necessary to achieve this goal. So that's important to do those things. So, but anyway, we need to move into alignment. So that's why we in the quantum leap, your transformation into flow, have the alignment energies, the alignment patterns, where we have the permission to receive, the permission to step into your full power. We are mind to muscling, so we are not, so we can act on the things we know, that we can embed it as a subconscious program that drives our behavior. So we can, that's back to who do I need to become in order to, be the person who has this goal as a reality in his or her life. So we need those alignments, techniques and tools. And then we can move into co-creation with the universe when we have, and then from there, have our goal, have plotted the direction, and then we can get that inspiration from within, because we're always guided. Because back to question 1, who am I? You are spirit, and we're always guided. You are always guiding. Your higher self is always guiding you. We just have to listen. And sometimes we are confused. Oh, is it the intuition, or is it the fear? Is it a no because it's intuition, or is it a no because it's a fear and we don't really know? So that's why we also, work with clearing out those, do a little contrast analysis there. But what was I going to say? So anyway, the most important thing now is to then really become that person. And that can be kind of tricky, because if you want money, if you want to be, if you want to be a coach in high demand, let's say you want to be a coach in high demand, or you want clients to come to you, you want the money flowing, you want the perfect health, you want to have energy from morning to evening. And how do you do that? How do you become that person when you don't? You have aches, you have pains, you have little energy, there's no clients, not even a client to practice on, and there's little money. How do you become that person when you're not? Obviously. So the trick is then to know that, okay, so no, even though you can't see it in your current circumstances, your current reality, in your current results, you can't see it, you can create it. So you can use your imagination, you use your fantasy, you use your imagination to create images where you see the clients coming, or you feel awesome, you visualize, you move into the image, the videos, the emotions of having all the clients feeling amazing, getting wonderful feedback, all the wonderful things you will do when you have the time, the energy, how it will feel to be in your body when it's the body you want to be in, etc. And sometimes we have to practice. The more and it can feel very familiar, it can feel like you're lying to yourself. But the more you visit, the more you spend time, the more you get clarity, the more you write about it, the more you visualize, the more you feel it, the more you put your body in the vibration of your goal. And when you believe it, that's why we say, if you believe it, you can achieve it. And that's connection to belief. Belief is in our subconscious mind. So we need to believe it. And once we believe that's a true reality, then we can achieve it. That's why you need to become your goal. So that's really the work. So most of the work then is to have a clear destination, have your clear goal, and knowing what you want, and having that as a burning desire, and feeling that as very important to become that person, to achieve those things, to contribute with those things, and then listen for the inspiration. You're being guided from within. You are guiding yourself, but it's little whispers, and then the how will show itself. So you have a built-in GPS for your goal, when you hold the image of what you want, and you truly want that, you hold that image, and I have to say something. It's not very difficult to be very motivated about, yes, I want to have this goal. I feel so motivated. This would be awesome. I can do it. Don't pay anyone to, get clear on your goal and what you want. It's not very difficult to get your goals. What's difficult is to hold the focus and image of what you want to the exclusion of the negative thoughts, to the self-talk, the doubts, to take action in spite of fear. Those things, that's important. So you need someone that can can guide you and can hold your hand and to show you, okay, how do you actually do this journey? That's where you need the support on the journey. And also, that's what we teach, and many coaches teach to a degree, is to have that ownership over your thoughts and feelings and words and actions, so we can use the will, our focus, to focus on, okay, but this is what I want. I see these negative results. I see this going on in my life. That's what I don't want. I want this, because whatever you put your attention to, whatever you give energy to, expands. Because, back to question 1, who am I? You're a spiritual being in a physical body. You are energy. And when we focus, we send energy, and whatever we send energy grow. And they can be very disturbing to ignore negative things going on in your life and see, okay, I see this. That's the current result. That's why we say, when we map out the present state, don't go, oh my God, I can't believe I'm thinking these things. It's so stupid. I should never do that. Typical me. We notice how we do it. We notice the irrational thoughts and reference experience, but we don't get emotionally involved with whatever we are doing that's not working. We notice it, and then we design, okay, where are we going? So, and remember, when we're talking about big, like what we call big goals, or huge goals that you really don't know how to get there, remember that you don't really need the money, you don't need the people, you don't need the circumstances, you don't need the resources, you don't need the resources or the money to decide to go for a goal. Everything starts with a decision. So when you take a full body committed decision that you will go for something, this is what I want, I am doing this. I have no idea how, but I'm doing it. That's when the universe starts to rearrange itself around your decision. And that's when the resources, the ideas, and how you are going to get the money, how you are going to attract the people, they come to you after you make the decision. I saw this so many times when I was having conversations for people who wanted to get into coach educations. Sometimes they're parting with 3,000 euros, sometimes they're parting with 15,000 euro. And I could always tell who would be there, because those people who made the decision, I am doing this, I don't have the money, I don't know where they're coming from, but I am doing this, they always found a way. And there were so many people who were, oh yeah, I need this, I want this, but I must see if it's possible first before I make the decision, if I can join you or not. And so many of them, they didn't find the resources because they were working backwards. They made the decision, they thought they could make the decision after. But that's not how it works. Because our imagination, our will, our mind is infinite. Our brain is local and we have activity, but our mind is infinite. So when you make a full body decision, it's no end to what you can achieve when you are aligned with it and working through this process. So I hope it gives you a little bit more background and around what we're doing here. And hopefully you will use it to move forward and create amazing things in your life. And please reach out to me or Femke if you want to learn more about the different coaching programs, or if you need help during the process of the goal creation and using the templates, and watch Femke's videos. They are amazing. All right, bye for now.